Hi everybody. It's day 29, but I'm doing my day 28 video. Day 28 didn't seem to want to load, which is fine. I'm just gonna go with what is, and day 28. Rather than go into what I did during my day, I'm going to probably talk more about really focus on the thoughts and feelings throughout my day. My voice is a little raspy and I'm very throaty. Please excuse me. I actually was under the weather yesterday, but very energetic this morning and heading out for a lovely walk to the farmer's market in just a little bit. To go get some fresh herbs and fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. Oh, I love that. Anyway, I spent, some good things happened yesterday in some of the tasks that I had to take care of, just in the cleansing or clearing out of things. And it's funny because my sister and I have had some very harmonious times in our life, and it's usually when we were little kids. But it's, as opposite as we are, my sister and I have these moments where we have so much fun. So much fun. And actually yesterday with my brother-in-law was pretty decent as well. And it's funny because I just kept thinking, I don't know if you guys remember when I talked to you about when I went to celebrate Christmas with my sister and brother-in-law and my nieces on Monday, I think that was almost a week ago, what it was like and how my brother-in-law gets. And it was funny because it was just my sister, my brother-in-law, and myself, and he had no need to try and prove himself, and it was amazing. And I think he has his moments of clarity when it comes to me, but it's like when he gets around the kids, he feels like he has something to prove. When it's just me or my sister, I think he realizes how laid back I am. In fact, I know he does because when we went to Hawaii in July and I stayed with them, it's the only time I've actually really stayed with them, like in the same vicinity as them. When we went to Mammoth a year ago to date, I put them in their own condo because I wanted to have a really peaceful time, and I wanted the kids to have the freedom to be, with whomever they wanted to be with. And but he had mentioned, he posted on Facebook, my sister-in-law is one of the most laid-back freaking people I've ever met, and that makes me feel really good that he thinks that. He doesn't always act that way, but he definitely he thought that. And it made me realize, I'd already been thinking a lot about authenticity. It really made me realize how important authenticity is, and I've always known that. I've also known that when I've ever mentioned being your authentic self, I don't think that most people relate the word authenticity to people or to your soul or to identifying what's really being true to yourself. They think of authenticity when it comes to, jewelry, things that they have tangible value as opposed to things that are invaluable. But authenticity is a big, big thing for me, and especially over the course of the past few years, and just remaining true to who I am and who I understand myself to be. It's kind of the beginning of the story, but the deep, deep part of my story, and it's all good. I may have mentioned this 27 days ago, that when I was young, no, I don't think I have, when I was younger, I was a very quiet child. Everybody just chalked it off as being shy, but I was very, very shy. But I didn't speak until I was about 3 years old. I said very little, paid a lot of attention to things, paid a lot of attention to my sister, who was much more gregarious than I was, who was she made sure she got the attention she wanted, I'll put it that way. Me, I was okay with the attention I got. I just was very affected by things, so I cried a lot. So I was deemed a crybaby, as well as they thought I was retarded. um, because I was so quiet. And then as I started to speak, I was very soft-spoken, and I always kept to myself. I always did my own thing. I didn't have to have other kids around to play. And I was so sensitive to everything going on around me. And it's funny because other people constantly tried to define me and, tell me the way that I was. And so, deep inside me, I knew exactly who I was and who I was supposed to be. But it's so interesting that you spend so much time listening to what other people say about you. I posted some stuff about what I'm expressing right now, about living authentically, and then also about, allowing others to define who you are. And I put so much worth in that. Oh my gosh, I don't regret it, because I wouldn't be where I'm at. But wow. Anyway, so it's been yesterday. We'll go back to yesterday. Just everything I was going through yesterday. I rested a lot because my body was telling me to, and boy, do I pay attention when my body tells me to do that. So, I took the time. If I was just reading and I dozed off, I would just go to sleep. I've noticed lately that I have been falling asleep sitting up. I will literally be in the middle of a conversation with Alyssa, and my eyes just close and I just sleep. And she just laughed. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, no, honey, I'm fine." She goes, "You need to go to sleep." And I said, "Yeah, I probably do." Instead of denying the fact that, no, I'm fine. But I mean, I'm literally just like, I am like this, just out. So, huge indicator that there's some shifts and changes and things going on in my life. And Kevin had mentioned in one of his videos, and I think any of you guys that talk about nutrition and eating habits and stuff like that, I think that's key. Is that, my eating habits have really been kind of from one extreme to the next. And the good thing about me right now is that, well, me for forever, is that I am starch intolerant, so I can't eat a lot of carbs, not those kinds. And some people argue with me and say, "Oh, that's not good for you." No, it's actually really good for me because of what it does to me. It's hugely intolerant. So it's not like I, pound cookies and cakes and breads and things like that. But I definitely love I love sugar and salt equally, which are not necessarily good things, but unless nice moderation. Anyway, so I'm sure my diet has something to do with it. But, definitely lots of different stressors going on, financial, things like that. Even though I'm handling them well, I know I'm putting them into a part of my body. I'm internalizing them. So it's part of the reason why I'm going to go for a walk down to the farmer's market this morning. So just, to complete my thought on authenticity, I think that finding the self is one thing. Figuring out who you are is another. And then making sure that you're true to that self, despite what anybody else has to say. And it is the most peaceful place when you're authentically you. And it isn't because of what somebody may say to you about it. It may be just the way that they approach you or how they handle something with you. Or they'll say, "My God, you should be a mess and you're handling this so well." And the only thing you can say to them is, "Well, why would I handle it any other way?" Because that kind of a reaction isn't necessarily going to change the situation. And then, I'm sorry, my mind just wandered real fast to thinking about other situations going on right now around us in terms of the relationship world, with others, just, I guess, a lack of control, the feeling, when the being itself, the human being, feels a lack of control over a situation, and it really has more to do with what's going on inside of them, not so much that external individual, that person that they think is causing them such chaos and upheaval, and that they're destroying my life, and all I want to do is love you, and how could you ruin this? How could you? Why do you want? The how, why, how dare you? Blah blah blah. Sorry, I don't mean to blah 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 it. I obviously my blah 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 is out of my own frustration towards not just my own situation. Hi puppy. Not just towards my own, but towards others. And I shouldn't be that way. I'm sorry. I really am. I don't mean to be so dismissive of other people's feelings, and I'm usually not. But the reaction that people have over losing what they perceive as losing love. Shit, people are incarcerated for that. Attempted murder, because of this perceived thought of losing love. You're not losing it. It's always going to be there. It just may not be in the form of the being that's in front of you that is saying that it's no longer. It's still there. And it's funny because when people ask me, why are you still friends with your ex-husband? Because I love him. I always will. People that I've loved in my life, they are loved. And it's never going to go away. The funny part is, though, that when you love like that, they want it so badly, they'll do anything to keep it. Even if it means getting rid of the person so that that person doesn't love somebody else. There's so much poetry written about this. Freaking Shakespeare wrote the hell out of all of this. It's crazy, and it's so funny because love has always been my blood, but even I had to take my journey to figure it out. And what it means to truly love another, and what it means to truly love myself, and that it's the fear of never feeling that feeling again. It's the fear of never being loved again. I got married because I didn't think any man would ever love me. Wow. So I had to go ahead and jump on that one. But then there was so much in that, in he and I, that was so remarkable, and I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be the me that I know right now if I didn't have it. And I read you guys what he wrote me from day 27. If I could I want to just leave. I feel like I've just been talking gibberish today, but if I could just leave on one note, when it's just whatever you guys have to do, and whatever I have to do as well, to be able to understand, fully understand that relationship dynamic, the love. It's whether you're hiding from it because of fear of it going down another path that you don't want to go down again, so you just put up a wall and redefine everything around you so it makes it easier so you don't have to go there. Whether you get yourself into a relationship that really it's not beneficial, in the sense that that person's not the right person for you, but maybe it's the situation that you need to be in at the time. That would be me right now. Because there's something else that needs to be learned within myself, and the other person has something they need to learn as well. Or if you're healing and getting over a relationship, if you really embody love, there is clarity right in the nucleus of that embodiment. And sometimes it's just hard to get to the nucleus. for those that were searching for love, wanting something so badly that they felt they couldn't have, whether it's in a person or in the essence of love. Again, it's in the nucleus of it. If you embody love, the clarity that you seek or need is right dead center. Sometimes the challenge is helping, if there's more external factors going on, sometimes the challenge is helping the other person get to see that if you have found peace. But just don't ever give up on the belief that it's there. Okay, I feel like I'm talking, almost in a foreign language. I know it. I know what I want to say, and I hope I've said it. But I will wish you guys an amazing day 29. This was day 20. This is my 28th video. I will definitely get to 29 tonight. I'll probably do it early because I'll probably go to bed early. My niece has a tournament tomorrow, and I want to make sure I'm there for her. And I have to bake their team slut brownies. So I don't know how those are going to turn out, so I may have to make a couple batches. So I'll tell you guys about the recipe later. Anyway, I'm going to take each and every one of you on my journey down to the farmer's market, because it's a beautiful walk down. It's a grueling walk all the way uphill, back, and it's usually with bags of beets and fresh carrots and fresh lettuce. Oh my gosh, it's orange season, so most definitely oranges, which are so great for Alyssa and I with these. Well, for her, definitely with the colds she has, but just, I love peeling fresh oranges. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful day, you guys, and I'll see you later. Love to you all. Bye-bye.